I've heard a lot about Fernando, and I met with him to ask some questions about something else I was interested in. And as he was talking about the work he does, and in particular core energetics, which I've heard of, I thought I'd heard of almost every single healing therapy, but I'd actually never heard of core energetics. So when he was talking about it, I became quite intrigued. And I was really just struck by who he is as a person. Just very, I felt very safe, and felt drawn to do a session. And so now I can't even remember exactly what I had told him I wanted to work on. In fact, I remember mentioning several different things. I've had some problems with my eyes. I've had some chronic digestive issues, and emotionally been had a very, very challenging year in terms of just letting go of a lot of old parts of myself, old beliefs, old identities, and really sort of an awakening process. And so, yeah, so I kind of threw a lot of information at him, and he just took pieces of it and guided me through the process. I realized that all these memories started to come back that I hadn't even really been aware of. It was sort of a subconscious thing. And yeah, and I just got flooded by all these old memories of times that were related to sexual encounters that I'd had, in which I hadn't said no when I really had wanted to say no. And that realization, having these memories kind of, come back to me and sort of flood my system, really, I broke down and started crying, and it was a really, really powerful release. And just a real sadness was apparent, because I felt as though this part of me that I had been not only neglecting, but in many ways somewhat violent towards, and a lot of the old issues that I've had, probably a result of not really developing this loving relationship with my pelvis. And so he helped me to connect with my heart, and to bring, to really connect with feelings of love and connection, and then bringing that down into the pelvis, and bringing those feelings of love to the pelvis, and then tuning into the pelvis's vitality and creativity and all these other qualities, and then to bring that up into the heart, and to kind of go back and forth, reestablishing this connection. And just that process of reconnecting these two things, and also just some of his insights in terms of how I've been, somewhat disconnected in these ways. I had a lot of ahas come, and realizing that part of the separation between the pelvis and my heart is this band of tension that has developed, or chicken or egg. But this is what's has been keeping this connection from taking place. And so it just was really powerful to recognize that a lot of the problems that I've had with my cervix and my menstruation have been related to sort of this neglect of the pelvis, for a lot of these issues that have remained there. And just reestablishing that connection has been really important, and it's something that I've tried to continue with, is just, bringing one hand to the pelvis, one hand to the heart, and just sending the love and the vitality back and forth, and trying to maintain that connection since the session. So it was, it was very, very powerful. It was much more than I was expecting. I really kind of thought, okay, well, I'll just find out what this modality is about, but I wasn't really expecting any sort of major healing. And I would say that it was, very much a major healing.